when we're trimming out windows, we have the choice between our butted joints, which is what we've got going on this window here. That basically means we have our one side piece here and the other piece just butts right up against it. We can also do miter joints on our corners, which looks a little bit more like a picture frame. It's essentially just 45-degree angles cut at the end of our trim pieces, and they'll meet in the middle. Looks kind of pretty, makes you think of a picture frame when you're looking out your window. It's nice, but I don't like miter joints at all for trim because of the way that the wood moves. When your wood moves and expands and contracts, if you look at a miter joint, wood always moves, or not just, but mostly moves against the grain. So down at the heel of your mitered piece here, you have a lot of width. So there's going to be a lot of movement in your wood. Whereas on the long end of your joint, you can see you have barely any cross section of grain here. So there's not a whole lot of width here for movement. What happens over time when you've got your piece here and you have a whole lot of movement is that this part down here swells excessively and is going to open up your miter because there's not not as much movement up there. So from a stress perspective, you can see that on examples like around columns, outside especially, where there's a whole lot of moisture variance. But also if you live in a humid climate, there is going to be a bunch of moisture inside of your building, and miter joints tend to like crack apart over time. So while your window trim might look real nice in the beginning, over time it's not really ideal. And I feel like they're a little bit more forgiving as far as like getting a nice precise finish on your window trim and making it look real nice. But if you're a good craftsman and you can measure and cut well enough, you can make a butted joint look just as good as you can a miter joint. Yeah, I just wanted to give you that info because you're like, we're not doing pretty picture frame stuff in this video. That's why, that's my personal preference. And I think it makes sense from a wood standpoint.